Welcome to a tutorial on how to do your own spiritual insights. You must be self-disciplined and wise to see this thing through. You can try though, see if you're on your way. Here are the steps. There's 1 minute of download. It may go to your Google Drive, so make sure you download it to your SD card. When you try to unzip it, make sure you extract it to Graph 89 on your SD card. You'll be using this folder later. And later you'll have 3 additional folders. Right now we're going to focus on these 5. Alright, for newer phones you want to use this. For older phones before 2020 you want to use this one, phones before 2020. And if you want to try the Graph 89 free, if those two don't work, then you can try this app, which I downloaded from the market. I'm going to be doing the new phones version and installing that for my example. Install. Sometimes with older phones you have to select enable permission from non-market apps on your Android phone. All right, we're going to open. We're going to go to ROM Manager, add ROM, browse for the file type. All right, so we're looking in Graph 89 at the bottom. It's this one, TI-89 Titanium Operating System. And the calculator type is TI-89 Titanium. And I'm going to title this Sprint Sites after my spiritual insights, which come really quickly. So they come at sprint speed. And you push the back arrow and it installs. Alright. So we go to home. And the first thing you want to do is push this green button and then this button and increase your history all the way to 99. Enter as to save, and now your history will go up to 99. You'll be able to save 99 fortunes or insights. The next thing you want to do is go to emulator, or sometimes in some cases it's the back arrow but in this app it exits. So you just have to be aware of which app you're using. Emu is how you go to this menu. We're going to install an application, June Insights. Takes a second. Alright. Now I'm going to show you how to use different insights. My advanced tutorial shows you how to use all the rest of these. But first we're going to use Insight. Now this is a quotation mark. It's used for strings or for names. We'll just use my name and which fortune or insight this is, and then enter at the bottom right. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is speed this thing up so it loads more quickly and scrolls more quickly because we're going to be scrolling a lot. So ROM settings, let's see. Settings, nope. Let's try again. ROM configuration, here we go. At the bottom is CPU speed all the way to max. There's no reason to go slowly. I truly can have flexibility. I must pray always to set goals. Alright. Now, I'm going to pause this and look for one that has a number at the beginning and one that has clarity at the end. Alright. So this one has a 1 at the beginning. This one has a 5 at the beginning. This means it needs 1 more. This one needs 5 more. So if I put -5 and count down on that side instead of counting up on the first number, it'll keep track of how many I have left. Sometimes it does multiple and multiple. Alright, and this one has clarity at the end. So it always tells you what you must do. Sometimes it gives you a goal. And then less often, it tells you a little bit about yourself. It says, I truly know I'm on my way. I must feel worthy to mix things up because I desire success. 1 out of 7, it'll tell you about your desires. Alright. Lives, 86. That means I have 86 tries to fulfill it. Time, that means I have 3 times the amount of time I thought I was going to need to do it. And risk, that means I have risk of losing 20% of my soul if I don't fulfill it. If there's negative risk, then if you do fulfill it, you gain soul. So like a warning or encouragement. In the basic coding of clarity, it actually has multiple options. It can tell you how much faith you need, the urgency, how often you need to do it. There's risk, there's lives, and there's time. So it chooses from those what you need to know. All right, so going back to home, we're going to look at the two of them. How about name next? There's name and fortune. So N for name, enter. And we're going to do my name. There we go. And you don't use a number because it's just your name. All right, let's see what my name means. Oh. So it requires the name and it needs the number of letters to focus on at a time. And then different number of letters gives it different meanings. And so we're going to focus on just one letter. It's a short name. I truly can do what's right. To perfectly trust, you must be temporally blessed. Hooray! And the last one we're going to do, if you're on this line and you try to put in information, it's not going to do anything. Even if you go to catalog F4, which is all the list of functions. Next, we're going to do function. If I type in F, it goes right to F's. Fortune, if I push enter, it doesn't do anything yet, but catalog F4 and then enter, it puts it in without any problems. You just need to be on this line and make sure it's highlighted sometimes or it's blinking. Alright, so we're going to look at the fortune of my phone number. This one doesn't require any additional numbers at the end, like a 1 or 2. Alright, and then it tells you my fortune. I truly have pride in myself concerning my family. I truly am patient concerning my extracurricular activities. Perfectly do whatever. I don't have to try. It kind of explains how I'm doing this tutorial in this video. By the way, you can only magnify the name or put in a number for so many letters. If you try to put in more than 3, if you only have 3 letters in your name, you're gonna start having problems. So you can't put in more letters than that are in your name. There's some more math to it, but that's the most important part. With this newest update, I updated choose for me and got the glitches out of it. So it also affects organize. If you're organizing a list of things and you want them prioritized, choose for me chooses from a list. And then select chooses one thing from a list and doesn't use much spirituality. It's less probability of being spiritual, but it chooses something really quickly. So there's select, choose for me, organize. All of them are great. You're supposed to know what your insight means, and you're not supposed to share your insights. If you don't know what it means yet, journal it and figure it out. And record the answer you get or what it means so you can grow. It always works. Alright, the next video is going to be on advanced techniques and functions if you want to learn how to use more things and increase your spirituality and the probability of being correct. Thank you. Let me know in the comments if you find any glitches or have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe.